Okay, so what we're going to do today, we're going to cold start the Porsche. So what's been going on with that thing? The same thing has been going on with it since we bought it. Same thing probably goes on with every Cayman, every 911, every Boxster, every Porsche there is. After it sets a couple days, it smokes blue, right? Oil smoke. If it sets one day, doesn't do it at all. So since that's a flat engine, everything's laying sideways. It seems like what's going on is after it sits, it drips down from the valve seals or whatever. Um, After so long of a time, the longer it sits, the worse it gets, right? If it sits a week or two, it's way worse. Start it up, it burns everything off, and that's it. Now, when we got this thing, wind just raging here. When we got this thing, it had ultra thin oil in it, probably 0W20, 0W40. A lot of guys either run 5W40 or 10W40. This is high mileage. Doesn't matter. This is all we could get. This is 10W40 Mobile 1. We changed it once with this. As you guys know, you cannot get all the oil out. We probably still had several quarts left in it. And I was telling Philip, I was like, well, before we do anything, let's go ahead and change the oil in this thing again and see if this has any effect on it, because it still might have a bunch of that thin oil in it. We've already done the oil separator. That did nothing. So let's go down to the car right now. We're going to cold start it. It's only been sitting one day, so let's see if it smokes at all. Smoked a lot, huh? Okay, so you saw what happened. Now, there's a couple different things going on here. When it sets for a long time and it smokes, it'll run for a little bit, then smoke. It's like it's dripped down in the actual header. That time, it's only set for one day. The second I cranked it, it smoked. Puffed that smoke, and that was it. And so we could have two different issues going on here. I doubt that. We don't have any symptoms of bore scoring. All these cars have some bore scoring, right? Just the way it is. You also have to keep in mind, too, you're seeing the smoke because there's no catalytic converters on this. If you have a Cayman or a 911 that's not smoking on cold start, and you have catalytic converters, it probably is smoking on cold start. You just don't see it. That's catching the smoke. So let's go ahead and drain this oil real quick, get this done, and at the end we're going to have to let it set for a while before we know anything, but let's try it and see. And so let's just drain it here. Let's see what we got. It doesn't, see how it's running off my glove? It doesn't look that bad. It's pretty gassy though. And another thing we might have, since we're running oxygen sensors, we're catless. And it was saying system rich. It could be running rich and thin it down a little bit. It doesn't look that thin. It's not that dirty. We're going to go ahead and change it no matter what. And we'll put a new filter on, because when we got the car, it was so dirty, it was scary, right? Okay, so we just drained it. Of course, put nothing but man filters on here. If you don't buy these, you're messing up. Don't forget, about the BMW car we had that had a Chinese filter, and when it was real weak, so when you tighten the lid on, it crushed it, and it starved the engine from oil. These off Amazon are like $6. If you have any German car at all, buy a MAN filter. There's no reason not to. These are cheaper than Fram, right? This is the OE filter. So in here, these are canister filters. So they get the new filter, and then you always got to put the new O-ring on. Depends on what it's for. It could have a drain plug washer in it. If this doesn't, I just changed this drain plug washer. I have a whole little suitcase of copper washers for that. We'll show you. We'll show you. It's right here. And this is all the copper washers for drain stuff. I'll put a link in the description for the 987 filter. This is HU719. And also a link in the description for these. If you guys don't have these two things, you're sleeping. You're sleeping for sure. Also, I'll put a link in the description for this. If you don't know what this is about $5 or $6. These are a pair of pliers that takes off the oil filter. And 99.9% of all German cars, this will work on. This goes up in here just like this. And I'll turn that baby right off. You could buy all the cups for all the ratchets and all that nonsense. But if you ever get a very tight one, the cups aren't going to cut it. They're going to slip on it. And you have a problem, right? The only car we've ever seen this won't work on. These will also work on the on the spin-on filters. I'm going to show you exactly. It's nasty, boys. So these have a little cup that go on the bottom of it. Don't forget about that. Don't lose that. I'll set that up there for right now. Let's go and pull this down. I'll drip off just a second. And you can see the oil is still pretty thick. You can see here how straight the fins are in this. And essentially what happens with the cheap filter when you tighten it down, it does that and it crushes off all the little vents, and then oil can't flow through it. And then it damages the engine. This kind of looking here in the oil filter, peeling the deals back and taking a look. I don't really see much dirt at all in it. It looks pretty good overall. Put that back up in there for a second. We're just going to replace this filter just as we took it off. What we're going to do here, get that nasty rag out of my hand first. So put the O-ring on it. Let's go up here to get just a little bit of oil, put on the O-ring, wipe it around there. We're going to put our little our little cup in there. Let's dump that out in here. Our little cup in here, we're going to push that up in the engine. Just like so. We're going to gingerly screw this back in there. I'm just like wearing all this oil everywhere. We used to put gloves on. Back in with your hands, snug it up. Get a wrench. And you're going to be able to feel this thing just stop. Well, we turn it the right way. All right. Just snug it up, and that's it. If you try to hog it on there, you're just hurting yourself. It's a real easy procedure. So we're done under here. Let's go back up top and put the oil to it. Okay, so we got 5 in. I got to say this because there are some people on here, they're probably 16 or 18 years old. This is their first oil change. Maybe you're 40 years old. You just never done your own oil change. This car takes about 8 quarts, probably a hair over. We have 2 5-quart jugs. So how do you know how much is 3 quarts out of this? Well, on the back of this, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's the 5th quart up here. So essentially you can see the sight glass up here, the oil level. So we're gonna pour all the way down to 3. We're gonna pour it down to this line. And that's gonna be 3 quarts out of this one. And we did 5 of the other one. So all you gotta do is start pouring. And when you think you're getting close, just stop and check it, right? Okay. If you can see on camera or not, I don't know. We're just about to that mark right there, just a smidge under it. So we still have 1 quart, 2 quarts left in the jug. So we'll do that. We'll pull out this. Tilt it back. Don't drip on your car. And you can see, so you use the funnel with the big hole in it. And we're careful, there's not 1 drop of anything down here anywhere. Put the lid back on. Put that back over there. Close the hatch. Push on that. It's closed. And all we have to do is start this thing up. And essentially we're going to back it out, let it idle, and we're going to check the oil level on the dash. Okay, so this kind of turned into an oil change video, but that's part of it. Now, if we had bore scoring, what we'd want to do is take the spark plugs out one at a time, chase a little bore scope up in the cylinder and look at the cylinder wall and see if it's scored. The thing about 911s, Caymans, even Subaru engines, they're all going to have some bore scoring, no matter what. And what causes bore scoring is too light a weight of oil. Some of the issue was the manufacturer called for too light of oil to start, and people ran what the manufacturer said. The G-Wagon was the same way, and it would cause problems down the road, right? And so we're running 1040 in, hopefully to combat any of the bore scoring problems for the future, but that's it. I don't think bore scoring is a problem. Usually when that happens, it's smoking while it's running kind of all the time. We don't have that. We just have stuff dripping in the exhaust after it sets for a long time, which overall is not unheard of on these engines and is more common than not. That's going to be it, guys. We'll see how this goes. We'll update you guys in the future. That's going to be it. Have a good day.